Thank you for joining us for another episode of Cryptocurrent. Just one quick reminder. Cryptocurrent is a cryptocurrency and blockchain education platform that's bridging the gap between the curious newcomers who are just discovering the space and the thought leaders who are shaping its future. All opinions expressed by Richard Carthon, the Cryptocurrent team, and their guests on this show are exclusively their own opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Richard, the team, and their guests as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow as financial advice. This show and any other Cryptocurrent production is exclusively for informational purposes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cryptocurrent. Your host here, Richard Carthon. And today I have a very special guest all the way out in Bali, Indonesia, working on a really cool DeFi lending, collateralized, all these amazing buzzword things that I'm excited to learn more about. Of course, we have Konstantin Shirokov, the marketing director of Fringe Finance. How are you doing today?
Hello, Richard. Thanks for inviting me, and hello to Cryptocurrent community. I'm doing Pretty good today. Of course, being on your show.
For sure, man.
Pleasure.
Well, pleasure to have you. I want to start off with just getting a little bit of background on yourself. Can you give us a little bit of information?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I have experience of 10 years of working in marketing, the last 5 of them in the crypto space. I have previously worked in a variety of different industries, but when I landed in crypto, I understood that it's a place where I want to stay. I have seen the enormous potential in the crypto space and a lot of the advantages as the retail user and even as the marketing person. Now it is the new normal, but back then it was the magic when you were paying the contractors worldwide in a couple of clicks with verified data that they have received the payment from you. At the moment, I was looking for a life activity that will not only bring me financial freedom, but also bring value and make the world a better place. Yeah, I know it sounds funny and corny, but in case of crypto, it really is. It's really so. The borderless and censorship-free technology for finance and tons of different other industries is something we terribly need in the age of big tech, tyranny, and government sanctions. That is to sum up that I love crypto and currently consume the majority of my time. But I also have different passions. I love dancing bachata. I used to play in rock bands, and I love spending time with my family, especially with my daughter.
Man, that's awesome. Really robust and very clear you're passionate about the space and, being able to provide access to people, which kind of aligns with what you're trying to do over at Fringe Finance. So can you just what is Fringe Finance and what ultimately you're trying to solve?
Yeah, our PR memo says that Fringe Finance is a decentralized money market designed to unlock the capital spread in crypto assets, regardless of their capitalization and supported networks. We are next generation DeFi lending borrowing ecosystem that unlocks the dormant capital from traditional financial markets and all tier cryptocurrencies. But what exactly does it mean? In reality, we connect altcoin holders that are interested in borrowing using their crypto assets as the collateral, institutional investors and high net worth individuals who are interested in earning additional yield on their capital, yield that is higher than in the legacy financial system, or as we call it, traditional financial system. And crypto projects who are interested in providing the additional utility for their token holders. Currently, on our primary lending platform, we are utilizing USDC stablecoin, but we are planning to add another stablecoins. And finally, the next step for us will be the establishment of our own stablecoin that is called USB. With USB, we are delivering the vision of the stablecoin similar to MakerDAO, but that will be truly decentralized and backed by huge variety of different crypto assets. We are also envisioning Fringe Finance to be governed as the decentralized autonomous organizations, with the key decisions on the platform decided by the vote or the community, and all the organizational process or majority of the organizational processes being worked automatically at the smart contracts. And we do believe that the future is on the side of the decentralized autonomous organizations.
For sure. Well, you just gave us a lot to unpack. I want to first start with Fringe Finance being a way to be able to create yield on crypto loans. So let's first start there. Like, how do your crypto loans work on Fringe Finance?
You know, in the traditional loans, there are 5 C's, like character, capacity, capital, collateral, and conditions. Given the decentralized and permissionless manner of the crypto loan, no one yet has implemented a credit score or any sort of identity associated with a loan that is being taken out. So the only C remaining and that is being taken into consideration is the collateral C. And collateralization, you know, for who's unfamiliar with that, is when borrowers put an asset as a means for the lender to recoup their capital in the instance of default. And defaulting is then the borrower fails to pay according to his agreement. That's the obvious part of how traditional collateralized loans works. The key difference between traditional collateralization and DeFi one is that on DeFi lending protocols, it is required for the borrower to over-collateralize the loan. And Fringe Finance is not an exception here. One of the most important parameters on our primary lending platform is called LVR, it is loan to value ratio. And it defines the amount of capital that can be taken from our capital pool by the borrower. And LVR amount depends on the level of the asset. So different assets are assigned different loan to value ratios. That parameter is assigned, it's calculated by the most drawbacks from the price in a given period of time. So let me give an example. You have 1,000 worth of asset A, and this asset has an LVR level of like 50%. In the case you want to take a loan, stablecoins on the platform, the maximum amount that you can take from this 1,000 is $500 worth of stablecoins.
Got it. So you basically have a way to do collateralized lending and over collateralized lending, and in exchange for that.
Let me add a little bit to that.
Okay.
A lot of people ask, what are the use cases for crypto loans? They do not understand why people need to take capital, especially the people who are outside of the crypto industry. They do not understand why people need to take capital if they already have capital and they put even more as the collateral on the platform. We define like 3 major cases of crypto loans. The first one is the most obvious, that you need to use or deploy your capital, but you don't have the desire currently to sell the underlying asset. So you go out and take a loan. The second reason for the crypto loan can be that you have an opportunity in the broader DeFi or crypto ecosystem to utilize the capital and earn more yield. So you do not go selling the tokens, you take a stablecoin loan and earn more yield than you pay as an interest for the loan. And the third case can be that for tax optimization, because if there is no case of profit on your side, there is no case for the taxation.
So those are three really good points, and to just reemphasize them, one is you don't necessarily want to take profit on a particular coin to get liquid. So you'd rather keep the upside of that particular crypto you're in to keep appreciating while being able to take out liquidity against it so that you can do whatever you need to in that capacity. The other is if you decide to sell the token, then that means that you technically have a taxable event, and you don't necessarily want to take that taxable event yet, and you would rather instead get a loan against your asset and be able to make other opportunities with that. And for your person who's not used to necessarily using lending as a means in which to open up more opportunities to have your overall portfolio and assets grow, some would argue that this potentially could be risky, or some could say that there are more downside than upside with doing that. What would you tell those people who have questions around loans in that capacity?
Definitely, like in every case, there are pros and cons of the loans in the crypto space. There are definitely big amount of pros. The first one and obvious one is that it is available to the people worldwide in the permissionless manner. So there are billions of people underbanked now that cannot use financial service for the different number of reasons. And decentralized financial space is available for everyone. I think that's the huge opportunity and huge upside of all of what are we doing right now. Another pro in that case is that you don't have to go through the some huge variety of legal processes, and the duration of time that you need to take a loan in the device space is minutes. It's not weeks, and as it is made in permissionless manner. So unlike in the traditional banking space. Of course, on the side of the contrast is that it is over collateralized, so you have to put huge amount of or exceeding amount of capital in order to take a loan.
Yeah, and like you said, the pros and cons with this just really varies from person to person, and depending on how you're trying to utilize liquidity and what it means, especially both during bearish times and during bullish times. But obviously, you have some competitors out there who are doing something similar in this space. What would you say is the biggest differentiator of Fringe Finance compared to some of the other opportunities out there?
We do not consider, other platforms that are doing similar things that we are doing as the, competitors or rivals here, because we see a lot of opportunities, and we think that there will be enough of space when the market will start growing, enough of space for different projects with different key target audiences and different niche aspects in them. If I would highlight the key differences or key advantages of Fringe Finance from other lending platform, I would say that our key idea is, our motto is DeFi for everyone. And we are bringing the access to financial service, to decentralized financial services, to smaller capitalization altcoins, to all tier crypto assets that currently lack such a utility in the DeFi space. So we are opening the money markets to the assets that do not currently have them. We are introducing the tier system to DeFi borrowing landscape. So we evaluate every asset and provide every asset with parameters. So that allow us to scale the amount of assets that will be available on the platform. At the same time, and with this very same mechanism, we are establishing a new funding model for crypto projects, because it is not only the retail users who can use the platform and who can take a loan against given asset. It is the protocol, it is the projects themselves who can take a loan against their treasury. They can fund their operations, marketing, tech side, anything with their own tokens. We are bringing that model that works in the traditional banking into crypto. So currently, this opportunity does not exist in the DeFi space. What we're also pointing is that, and we are aiming a lot is to become the decentralized protocol, and we are doing that in different direction. As I have already mentioned, we are planning to switch our governance into the DAO mode. So the key decision will be made by the holders of the token in the voting process. We are introducing the decentralized interface. So even in case of some blockings or anything that can occur, anyone can establish the interface and interact with the protocol. It makes us, immutable in the majority of cases of the regulation, sanctions, and other similar situations. And that is not a unique part, but we are also having the insurance aspect of the platform. So the users on both sides, both lenders and borrowers, would be protected in case of different scenarios, in case of liquidations, in case of smart contract breaches, hacks, all other things. So to sum up, we are opening the access to the money markets. We're doing that by introducing the tier system. We are creating the new funding model for crypto projects. We are going as to the extent as possible decentralized, and we are introducing insurance to the protocols. And of course, let me add that we are planning to go cross-chain, so the users can use our protocol in the manner that they do not, have any issues with bringing the capital between different chains.
Right. And I appreciate you expanding on all of that, because there's, definitely a bunch of differentiators. So right now, as it stands today, someone's listening to this and that sounds, wow, that's really cool. I want to check this out. I want to see how I can participate. How can users currently today interact with the protocol and use some of these different resources?
Yeah, we are currently on the best stage of our protocol. It's been almost 2 years that we are working on the development, and now we have got the results of the audit. We are audited by two respected entities. One is called Cyber Unit, that are also our development company, but they have separate entity that is doing audits, and another company that is called HashX. So we have the results of these two audits. We have passed them, and so we are available to deploy the protocol. We have already deployed our smart contracts and set up the interface to interact with the protocol. We do not currently recommend users to interact with protocols, because we will additionally make the announcement about the launch date, but it will be in the coming weeks, or even maybe earlier than that, so users can enjoy all the functionality of lending and borrowing. And soon after that, there will be also available the functionality of staking, and that's also a crucial part of the platform, because one of the main aims of the platform is to generate the profit for the holders of the Fringe tokens. Part of the fees collected by the platform is distributed to the stakers of Fringe token, and that opportunity will be available on our staking facility. Also, as the additional reward on early stages on the platform, there will be additional reward for lenders, so they can stake their F token that will represent their share of the capital that they pull on the platform, and earn additional yield on that. So we are having the primary lending platform. After that, we are having staking facility, and soon after that, we are already working on that. We will have our own stablecoin that is called USB, that I have mentioned previously. To celebrate all the things happening, first of all, the launch of the primary lending platform, we are planning to have the biggest and the first ever yacht party in the metaverse. It will be Decentraland metaverse, and we are inviting our community and everyone who is interested in the DeFi space and what are we doing there to enjoy the ride. There will be a DJ, there will be some contests, and that some leisure activity, and there will be a decentralized bar in that. And we have constructed the yacht. It was initially a joke in the community that we should gather on a yacht to celebrate, because it took a lot of time for us to deliver the platform. So we have decided to turn that joke into reality, into meta reality, and invite everyone to celebrate that event with us.
It's awesome. Well, after years of building, sounds like you are now ready to bring this to market, have all of these new users be able to come on, start doing some lending, getting some staking, and participating in Decentraland launch party. That sounds like a lot of fun. For people who are listening who want to learn more about everything happening at Fringe, what are ways that they can connect with you and get more information?
Yeah, sure. We have an official Twitter where we post all the official information and the news happening with the protocol. We have a Telegram channel with awesome community, a little bit crazy, but still awesome. Invite everyone to enjoy that ride. We have the website, fringe.fi. with the links to our documents. We have a Git book where all the information is presented about how protocol works and the documentation on the smart contracts. And of course, to the most diehard, we invite to read our white paper.
All right. Well, plenty of information. We'll make sure to share those links. But as we conclude here, man, for everyone listening, what's like a final thought that you want to leave with everyone here today?
I would say do your own research.
That's a good one. Make sure you verify, validate, and when you're ready to move forward, you can go and do that. So do your own research. Konstantin, I think that's a great final thought. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, dropping all this incredible insights. And of course, for everyone listening, stay cryptocurrent.